welcome back to my channel. Lol, I'm here today with Evan.
Hello.
We just filmed a vid on Evan's channel and then Luke came home and I actually
I'm
thought
also here.
it'd be a great contributor to this conversation where we are talking about YouTube relationships and friendships and how we project or keep them secret online. Ooh. This is kind of a response to Melanie Murphy's video, which is amazing. You should all go watch that. And Zoella's video as well.
I love her, Zoella.
Zoella, just in case anyone didn't know. So let's start by talking about friendships, because online, I think all three of us have made friends through doing YouTube, but then also almost performed those friendships in a way online by just them existing. And
you play them up, is that what you're saying?
yeah, maybe play them up, but I also don't think we do. I think it's what we would naturally do anyway, but because we're doing it actively in front of an audience, there's an extra dimension.
There's an element.
Yeah, like when you might be just tweeting someone, you do think like, I could probably text them this thing.
Yeah.
I'd much rather tweet it.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's interesting. There's just that extra dynamic of, I want everyone to know I really like this person. It's almost like, instead of privately being like, happy birthday, I'll be like, happy birthday! Everyone else, wish them a happy birthday. Also, look, I'm a good friend. Wishing them a happy birthday.
That's interesting, because I will literally just go with the happy birthday as the first platform that I'm on.
I've also had the opposite of that, where I have wished somebody happy birthday in a text, and then had my followers be like, why haven't you wished this person happy birthday? And I'm like, I have, just in the real world.
Yeah. And there's I find that some of my friendships are performed way more online, and I feel like people now have like invested in a friendship that is really fresh and new and a bit weird.
Yeah, I find it interesting when you start tweeting someone new that you've just recently found and you like, and then people are like, oh my god, my fave's interacting, and you're like, don't blow this for me. Have some chill, because I'm exercising some chill for once here. Yes.
I think I definitely did this a lot more in the past.
Yeah.
It's almost like celebrity culture, where they like take pictures of people, like musicians having lunch together and that kind of thing. I've kind of, it's not the same level, but it's that kind of thing of like, oh, I'm hanging out with this person. And now that's kind of gone for me. One example I would give is specifically Patty Walters.
Oh yeah. Me
and him are still friends. We still hang out. I see him in London, but we very specifically, there's like an unspoken thing between us of this is a friendship. This is not social media. Between us, we've made this secret agreement that is, we just don't do that.
But what's the
it's
point?
Understood.
What's the point? How are you supposed to get social
I know,
engagement?
I frequently.
Whereas I feel like Evan had the opposite of that with Dovenflat, for example. But I feel like also a lot of your friendships, like people
Because you weren't
know...
really friends, right?
Yeah, you
I
guys don't
hate
like
Doden
each other.
so much.
There is definitely a dynamic though where I think we are all hyper aware that when we have a friendship, we have a friendship online that's a YouTuber. Hello, do you come in?
Like, I hate Connie, but sometimes she comes to the room when we're filming, and so like I have to tweet her and be like, hey, I love your videos, but shut up.
I'm not really coming because I look like trash. I was going to offer tea.
Oh,
I did
got
it
tea,
already.
thank you.
But thank you, Connie. Love you lots.
So living in a YouTube flat, you really have to pretend to like each other and your videos. So even if you don't, it's like, oh, Luke, I'm so sad your video. You know, it's such a good video. Love you though.
Thanks, Evan.
Living in a YouTuber flat must be weird because it means that your home life is, people have an awareness of that on some level online.
Yeah.
And then that's also your really good friends. And so that's a level, and like, I don't know, there's so many, or like if
people
you're
know
in a
more about your
relationship
life,
with
so much more about your life. Speaking of relationships, like we went into a little bit, like having that public. Do you? You've been in relationships online. Did you ever publicly play it up for like tweet them as opposed to message them just because you thought like my followers would appreciate this?
No. Yes and no. I've definitely tweeted something because it would be a fun thing to
kiss
tweet.
in the thumbnail.
Yeah. But if you're like, oh, there's this funny text me and my ex, or my current girlfriend in this case, like exchanged, I'm going to screenshot that and put that online because I know it's funny. I know it will be like, people will appreciate how funny that is more than just me.
Yeah, it's never been for me like, I'm going to tweet this because it will get lots of retweets of my relationship. It's been...
Look, you're so funny. Kids are laughing all over the place.
It's like a laugh track. It's like I'm with friends. Yeah, I've never tweeted something specific. I think, well, maybe I have. I don't know.
Okay.
But like,
pull up the deets, everyone.
In friendships or relationships, I've definitely consciously tweeted something rather than text something, but only because I like sharing and I like having people involved in my life in that way, and I know that people enjoy being involved in YouTubers' lives on like a personal level, and I enjoyed them being involved, and so while there is a certain extent like a oh, this will get lots of retweets thing, because that's my job. Like, at the end of the day, my job is to do this kind of stuff. I also I like that interaction. And sometimes that interaction turns bad, like, for example, where you have to break up and you have to tell this people who have a personal investment in your life, you have to inform them of your breakup, which was weird. But I still enjoy the personal investment people have in my life, and the bad stuff doesn't outweigh the good stuff.
Yeah. That's really interesting, because I think the subject of YouTube relationships breaking up is fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because as you said, as soon as you announce your relationship, you instantly allow hundreds of thousands of people to invest with that, like in that.
Yeah, so I had two public relationships. The first one was just public from the beginning because we were quite new to YouTube. We were naive and young and whatever.
No one had done it yet, really.
Yeah, exactly. And so when that broke up, that was really difficult. And it was kind of like, I was a bit immature, and I was like, yeah, she made the decision, and just because I wanted people to be on my side, because I needed attention at that point, to feel fulfilled or happy or whatever. And then the second relationship with Emma, I was very much, I've done this before, and I need to make sure this is a relationship that's going to continue, because if we break up, it's horrible. Yeah. It's really not a nice thing to do. So it took me about 1.5 years to go, okay, cool, this is the thing that's working. Let's be public about this. And then we had to do a breakup video, which was weird.
I remember watching that breakup video and thinking how, like, chill it was.
Yeah.
And people just, like, it was one of the first big breakups where people were like, oh my God, my faith in love is ruined forever. But, like, yeah, it served a purpose really well.
And the thing is, we got comments going, this was so forced, I feel so awkward. It honestly wasn't. Like, we had so much fun. Well, as much fun as you can have filming a breakup video.
Yeah, Lucy freaking dumped me. Like,
we don't need to end
literally,
right now,
she heard my impersonation of Drake and she just couldn't handle it anymore.
Oh, it's really funny. You
Controller.
It's really...
Controller.
It's an impersonation that lasts for half a second.
But a beautiful one. Sometimes the best ones are like...
I'm gonna one dance.
That's what Evan tells all his girlfriends. Sometimes the best ones only last for half a second.
It's true.
On that subject.
So your relationships have been mostly private?
Yep, I try and keep my relationships
think of the views.
private. Yeah, and there's always the option. But you're the same. You don't publicly...
I just haven't been in any.
No, but you've dated people for fair bits of time.
Dated?
Yeah.
But it's never full, long relationship. I've never been in a relationship.
Do you think you would? If, let's say hypothetically
it
as
depends.
well. Yeah, okay.
As lame as an answer that is.
Or something. So they're not on YouTube, but they're within that world.
It would have to, whenever it comes naturally. But I've said this before in a video I did like 2 weeks ago, is that it will come naturally in terms of like the way Dodie did it, which was, oh, by the way, this is my boyfriend, so call me tits and accept them.
Yeah.
Don't bully them.
Yes, that's a very important part as well.
I think as well, like, while you can think that there's something superficial about like sharing a relationship to make relationship videos, I think, like, to pull out an example, Bertie and Savannah they make lovely videos together, and it just makes you feel happy and warm and nice. And whatever their motivation, I mean, it's Bertie and Savannah. I don't believe there's any kind of negative. Like, they're both very smart people, but regardless of, like, I love watching Alfie and Zoe's videos together. They have a nice relationship, and regardless of whatever they're doing that for, then if the videos are nice and make people who otherwise would have had a slightly worse day have a nice day, then whatever, it's fine, it's good.
I feel like there is a really, really extreme level of when you're in a relationship and you actually end up getting brand deals off of it, and it becomes an actual marketing, like you create a dual channel, like that level of things is when I would be like, oh my God, if you break up, you've sabotaged your financial situation.
Yeah.
Like, that's, to me,
people
scarier.
Like you, the brand, together. YouTubers brand themselves with friends all the time in terms of one another. It's always groups of two. So, like, when that's friendships and that falls apart, it's brutal for both people because everything's public. It's just like a breakup.
And you also get into a situation where you're like, oh, am I really unhappy enough in this relationship to risk this business that I have?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Maybe I'll just stay in it. That's never happened to me, but you could very much get in that situation where you're like, oh, I'll have no money if I break up with this person. Right, cool, I'll just carry on.
And people become more invested in your relationship than in you individually.
That's what happened with Jesse and, that's what happened to Prank vs. Prank.
Yeah.
When there was such an interesting video where he said, like, he started doing things not because he loved her, but because he knew the audience would see it and love it, and it would show this love. And so it was less for her and more for the growth. And that's toxic in a way.
But friendship breakups are awkward as well, because they're like, or even if you don't break up, you just grow a bit distant.
Yeah, like we're like, I don't really get along with this person anymore, and I feel like I don't want to... Like, for instance, I had this thing where I had unfollowed someone because I had noticed they muted me, and then immediately we grew apart in a way because I stopped interacting with their tweets. Then people just noticed, they're like, oh, you're not friends with this person anymore, and it was like, I mean, I still like them, it's just, you know, we're not as close to friends anymore. You can tell when people aren't actually friends. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's very
as much as we play up everything, it's like...
Yeah.
Like I don't think anyone could ever doubt friendships that I have with like Dodie or Connie or like you. Like it's just
or like Zoe and Mark as a really obvious example. Like you can tell they're friends.
Just
you can
genuine
tell,
like
hopefully you can tell we're all friends. Like we may not tweet each other 24/7.
I'll tweet you more.
We've all known each other what? 4 years? 4 years?
Yeah.
Long
time.
I met you because I went to a gathering you held.
Oh
so like,
this
you know,
is like every
that's-
relationship
Every
we've had.
friendship I have is like Dodie, that's the same. Jack
That's
and
where I met
Finn.
Dodie.
Jack and Finn.
Yeah.
Now we go to YouTube events and it's like there's a green room and then everyone is either at an event or on a panel or in the green room. But then in the green room, like we don't really mingle or talk to each other.
There's so much anxiety over like, oh, are they gonna think I'm just talking to them because I want to use them? And it's like, no, I genuinely like this person, and I don't want them to think I'm trying to do that. Like they're just lovely.
But then that's another anxiety of okay, they're not gonna think I want to use them for subs. Oh, but now they're gonna think I'm like a fangirl.
Yeah.
There's like no
my
winning.
God.
You have the only way is to be organically introduced, and it's like
Yeah. How'd you get the organic introduction? Am I trying to get it?
Yeah.
Like, no, there's so much of that. So when I was talking to Connie and planning the video, she was like, the fascinating thing about YouTube friendships and relationships is that when you create like a clique or like a gang, or at least that's...
I've got 3 gangs.
Presented as a clique or a gang, you create FOMO amongst your audience and amongst other YouTubers because you're playing up a relationship, a friendship, even if it's all coming very organically, you're playing it up. And so people look at it and, like we're saying, like relationship goals, like, oh, I really want a friendship like that, or I want to be that. And it's like, these friendships exist everywhere. We just perform them a little bit.
But I don't find myself overacting it, but because it's so public, I feel like our friendships, our interactions, it's like we're on a stage. And even if we're having a conversation, people are watching. And so there is that slight subconscious where you're just like, I want to talk to this person, but slightly turn my head so I'm also to the audience.
Yeah.
In a way, to be like, hello, Lucy. Like right now, I'm talking to you like this. Hey, Lucy, how's it going? That's weird. But yeah, you want to be funny. You want to be a bit better. You want to show the best sides of yourself so that people want to be your friend as well and play up on the click dynamic. Yeah. And then click subscribe.
That.
Bam, 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 bam.
Because we all have an awareness secretly, internally, that if we become friends with people and make collabs are good for the channel.
I just want people to like me.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that why we all do YouTube, really?
Well, I have a question.
Go for it.
Fake friends.
Yes.
We haven't talked about fake friends, have we?
Let's talk about fake friends.
In terms of like, because we talked about playing up things of people we're actually friends with. What about those people that you're not really that close with, you don't even know that well, but you're always like, oh, hey, online, you're like, happy birthday, and have a great time, but you're like, eh.
I try really hard not to do that.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I don't think I do that at all.
Okay, I just know a lot of people that do that where I'm like, you don't even, like, someone I know the other day was like, why is this person wishing me a happy birthday? I haven't talked to them in 8 years. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, I guess you're right, but I just appreciate when anyone messages me. So I'm like, thank you, person that I haven't talked to.
No, I do understand that on some level because I get people who aren't YouTube based but have seen what's happening on YouTube with me will message me and be like, oh my God, it's been like 3 years, let's get coffee. And I'm like, bitch, we're not getting coffee. But
I know why you want coffee.
Yeah, but that maybe is the same with the fake friends thing is we like to, if someone's a strategic potential friendship.
You mean a social climber?
I've definitely social climbed a bit when I was younger and smaller on YouTube.
Yeah, man, you just kept wanting to hang out with me.
Yeah, I was just like, Evan, please.
Fine.
You've been doing it now.
Yeah.
God, Lucy, get out of our house.
We didn't invite
You dropped 3 of my
just came round with a camera.
I can't collab with someone that I don't know that well. Like, people will be like, oh, I really want to do a collab. And I'm like, oh, the videos are really cool. But like, I don't even care how many subs they have. If we're not, I need to, like, it's almost like I need to go on a date with them.
Yeah,
to find out if we can congeal and get on together. Otherwise, it's uncomfortable for me. And also, I think viewers will notice that, like, who's this Evan just using this guy for view? No. Yeah, because for me, I'm much happier to just say, I like what you do, I like you, I'd like to make a video. You don't have any pressure to do anything for yours if you hate me and you hate my content. But I would just, you know, love to experience you on my channel. And that way, if someone does like me, they can go, oh, we can do it on mine. I'm like, yeah, like for today. I said, I want Lucy on my channel. And we did a video. And you said, let's do one. And I went, yay.
Oh, I then wrote, having these friendships makes us money? Question mark.
I know, right? Isn't that
How
weird?
What else is the reason?
While we talk about how you can make friendships to get subscribers and get more popularity or fame or whatever, equally you're also making money, and how sometimes you can have a friend who literally could send one tweet and they'd make you £1,000 overnight. Isn't that just the weirdest thing?
Or like, yes, your currency and subscribers.
Yeah, you are an asset.
Brand deals. Right, okay, I don't like thinking about friends like this. It's very weird.
I treat all friends as brands.
Thanks for watching this vid. I had real fun filming it and chatting about YouTube and relationships and friendships.
Real fun, not fake fun.
I love
Lucy so much.
I love her.
To me.
Evan
and I filmed a video on his channel as well, all about living in London. I would highly recommend you check it out and subscribe to him too, because I like Evan a lot, even if it's all contrived for the views. And Luke kindly joined us as well. Please go check out his channel.
I'm so sincere.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Well done.
We did it.
Did it.